Your e-commerce app serves as the primary interface for your brand and the central driver of your revenue. Many businesses undermine this asset by hiring a generic software agency, teams that treat complex retail architecture like an everyday commodity. These agencies often deliver code that is technically sound in a vacuum, but fails in the real world. They produce apps with clunky navigation and invisible search profiles that customers simply cannot find. This chart shows the direct relationship between load speeds and your bottom line. When load times increase even slightly, we see a 27% drop in conversions. That delay turns a potential sale into an abandoned cart. If the software fails to function as a reliable commercial tool, the technical engineering behind it becomes a commercial liability. Digital retail requires specialized infrastructure. Developers must manage cart abandonment sequences, real-time inventory updates, and strict PCI DSS security standards. The underlying architecture changes based on your model. A standard consumer app is straightforward, but a multi-tiered B2B portal requires custom catalogs, tiered pricing, and direct integration with an enterprise resource planning system. Quick commerce apps add another layer of difficulty, demanding real-time GPS tracking and hyper-local inventory syncing that must stay accurate across dozens of dark stores simultaneously. Generic developers often rely on rigid frameworks that cannot support these specialized requirements. Under the weight of complex retail data, the system's performance begins to degrade. When an agency lacks this industry-specific knowledge, the brand is forced to bridge the gap between static code and a functioning marketplace on its own. Finding the right partner requires a systematic evaluation to separate generalist coders from e-commerce specialists. Begin by defining your exact commercial goals and questioning the vendor's tech stack. You need to understand how their choice of database or cloud infrastructure will support your specific transaction volume. The modern retail standard is headless commerce. This architecture decouples the front-end user experience from the back-end logic. Operating independently, brands can add new sales channels or update the interface without rebuilding the system, allowing expansion without technical debt. Watch for contract red flags, specifically around intellectual property. Ensure you own the codebase entirely and that the contract includes a dedicated schedule for post-launch security patches and updates. This framework ensures you aren't left with an unsupported application when the initial development phase ends. GrowRankers provides a specialized alternative to the generic agency, focusing entirely on the technical and commercial demands of modern retail. We operate at the intersection of scalable architecture and market discoverability. This approach ensures the application is not only stable under high traffic, but also built with the structured data and SEO-friendly architecture required to capture organic traffic from day one. GrowRankers takes end-to-end responsibility for the project, moving from initial UX discovery and wireframing through to complex cloud deployment and API integrations. Our partnership continues after launch, providing the performance monitoring and feature updates needed as your customer base expands. Choosing GrowRankers means acquiring a technical framework that supports and advances the brand's larger commercial objectives. The partner you select today determines whether your business scales smoothly or struggles under the weight of an inflexible system. The objective is a system capable of supporting a surge from a few hundred users to hundreds of thousands without a single point of friction. High-growth brands cannot afford to treat their primary sales tool as a generic coding project. To dominate digital retail, a brand needs an application that converts, ranks, and scales. GrowRankers is the partner built to deliver that result.